Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. It's Eve. I don't like the way, and you know, it's not for me to say, but the way Eve's character icon on that screen has her hands up. Yeah, all I'm saying is it better not be a stop or I'll shoot. It better be a hands up, playing my song, The Butterflies Flying Away. And then I don't remember the rest because Party in the USA came out when I was like 21. So the only way that I was able to enjoy Party in the USA was without judgment. You almost got me, you son of a gun. Was when they mixed it with that notorious B.I.G. song, and it became Party and Cow Poop in the USA, if you know what I mean. Only it's specifically a male cow, and he didn't say poop. Anyway, in daily terms, we're doing pretty well in the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Plus, we've been ranking well. What was yesterday? We ranked like 27th. Yo. 27th on score, 2000th on time. All I have to say is that you know your boy. If I have a tendency towards anything, it's towards rushing. So I actually consider a run where we rank well on score and poorly on time to be a double victory all the way across the sky. You know why? Yo, this is going pretty well. And I think normally this is touchy. Let's see. Have I reached true legendary status? He's a god. I wanted that damage bonus. I consider it a double bonus because I not only triumphed sorry, just woke up in the score terms of the game, but I also triumphed over myself and my basest desires to go fast, like a certain blue hedgehog. I shouldn't even make jokes about Sonic lore, because I don't know anything about Sonic lore. I played Sonic 2, and that's it. Well, that's not if... I mean, I did play... Let's go. Sonic Heroes... Sonic Heroes Team Battle for Champions of Fire 2.0. I don't want to, you know, brag, but I did 3-0 eventual tournament runner-up. Twitch.tv/itshafu. If I have one... Well, I have 2 crowning achievements from Champions of Fire 2.0. Now, sadly, they only led to a 4th place finish, but simultaneously, being first on the leaderboard at the end of the preliminary qualifying round, I will never forget looking at that Sony Trinitron 32-inch TV. Don't be jealous. In the Time Life offices in Manhattan, New York City. Number 1, Northernlion. Number 2, Yasuo, the Terminator. The 18-year-old Terminator from Professional League of Legends. Come to remind me my reflexes aren't what they used to be. Well, you know what, Yasuo? When I was 18, this industry didn't exist, okay? I didn't have a chance to shine bright like a diamond in that same capacity. Anyway, where am I going with this? The other one, I'm not going to say it was a... It's not meant with disrespect to Hafu. If anything, it's deferential respect. The fact that I was able to beat her in Sonic Racing, despite her being substantially better than me at probably like 70% of the games that were in that. I'm not gonna lie. If we'd had a slightly different draw, there might have been a chance, but she was the odds-on favorite. I had her in the racing games. She had me in anything else that required basically strategy, foresight, or manual dexterity. But when it came to driving a beach buggy around sandy shores, I could hang with the best of them. Could I have a bomb, please? I'm not salty. This run is very, very good so far. There's no bombs for sale. Well, I feel like that's definitely a secret room. Dude, I'm not gonna do that. Don't be ridiculous. Like, you know what I was gonna do there. I was gonna push the TNT all the way over to the Tinted Rock. I don't have that kind of patience in my life. Even as a top 2,000 fastest Isaac finisher on yesterday's daily, like Troy McClure. I'm not gonna be caught dead walking around like that. Might take us upwards of 10 to 15 seconds. Yo. Okay. The fistula fight. Remember, there used to be a time when the fistula fight was the most dangerous boss fight you could get on the first floor or the second floor, for that matter. Because every single one of these guys, it hits you for one. Box o' stuff. Not a spirit heart, but hey, that's pretty good. I hate that it was a troll bomb, though. And don't take the pill yet. It could be dangerous. We'll take this. Betrayal, terrible, but at least we have deal with the devil precedent. Now we'll take that. Still, no bombs. You know what? I might eat my words. I might end up pushing it over. And what are we going to do with a black rune? Well, one of the things, if we get a spacebar item, which we did. Oh, dude, I love pinking shears. I know that the razor is really, I mean, it's mission critical as Eve sometimes. I don't think we want this, strangely enough. This is a little tricky situation. I'll tell you one thing. I am not going to buy anything from the shop. The reason I'm not going to buy anything from the shop is because we have money equals power. I actually feel like we have a totally acceptable run here. If I could, do you think this will find the secret room? Almost certainly not. If I could rework this run, if I could, you know, knowing Curse of the Blind exists and what we got, what would I change? I would not take Betrayal. I would go for a deal with the Angel. But you never know. Could have been Rotten Baby, could have been Gimpy, etc., etc. Shears is much, much better than the Razor for us if our damage is already holding pretty steady at a good level. Because we are going to want to go to Boss Rush. We're going to want to go to... well, I mean, we do have Hush access. It's really up to us if we decide that that's worth it. But Shears does make Hush a little easier. I think we could be charting for a pretty good score here, to be honest with you. And I'm feeling good, you know. I've been playing more Isaac lately because, you know, my enjoyment of a game basically hinges on whether or not I have success in it. And Slay the Spire's been beating me up lately. There's like a, I don't even know, like a 20-day backlog in that or something like that. Now in Isaac, there's only like a 4-day backlog, so I gotta get going. But it just feels nice to be back in my sort of meditative, you know, zone when it comes to that. It's the holiday season as well. Taking a little bit more time for myself. And I still got love for the streets. It's the EGG. Let's see what we got going on in here. Rune Bag. You know what I realized? I'm not gonna say, because I think, you know... Let's open it. I want to see. Dude, I'm so happy with the damage bonus. I don't think that in... First, this is a complicated discussion I want to point out. It's very easy, and I'm overly sensitive to this stuff, because in Twitch chat, there's a certain subset of people, and I love them, because they enable my existence, and also sometimes provide interesting questions. But there's a subset of people who, I think, the only reason they go into Twitch chat is to find a problem with anything that somebody says. So, you know, you'll be halfway through building a moment, and they'll be like, what about this obvious thing that was probably the point that you were gonna get to? And you're like, yeah, that's where I was going, but first I had to lead you down the, you know, Robert Frost road diverged in a yellow wood. I don't know if I'm gonna use a bomb here. I gotta think about it. But Kate and I were talking about the plight of the North American worker. So I lived in Korea, and I've always heard that, you know, in Korea, it basically sucks to be an employee. You know, there's, like, honor in the workforce is a large part of the culture. We might need to buy a spirit heart. And I experienced, like, part of that myself. Like, one of the things that seems to come up all the time is, like, If you're an underling, you know, you're lower in stature in the company than somebody else, you basically cannot leave the office before your boss leaves the office. And what this sometimes leads to is situations where, like, you know, I'll use a bomb here, that's fine. Is situations where, you know, the boss is taking a nap in his office or something like that, and everybody else is like, I want to leave, but I can't. I think, let's just use this AWAS rune. We have rune bags, so we can afford to... Yeah, I think we're just going to go down. We don't have any bombs anyway to blow up secret rooms. And then people stay there till like 11 p.m. at night and come back at 7 the next day. That blows, dude. That sucks really bad. But Kate was saying, and the more I thought about it, the more I couldn't really disagree. You know, North American workers do kind of get screwed on vacation time, right? Because in Korea, I think in Japan as well, oh, it's dangerous. There's, like, holidays throughout the year where people get literally, like, 5 or more days off. One's called Chuseok. It's like Korean Thanksgiving. And it's like a week off. The country goes to a standstill, including traffic, as everybody leaves the city and heads to, you know, their ancestral homes. And then another one is, Solnal, which is like Lunar New Year. Definitely get at least like 3 or 4 days off for that. It felt like a week. Mind you, well, some of the other workers got that time off. A lot of the foreign teachers and I had to just sit in the school and do busy work. Because it was like, well, we're paying you and you don't celebrate this day, so see you Monday to just fill out forms for no reason. We should be taking this pill, by the way. Very, very dangerous situation. Don't be troll bombs, please. Okay, hilarious. Oh, baby. It's a close one here. And I think it's a close one for just about everybody. I mean, we just gave up 1 HP to take Betrayal, and then we've taken a little bit of damage. So, everybody's going to be in a tight spot here. But anyway, I didn't finish. Let's go. I didn't finish my earlier discussion, because I got a little afraid, if you'll forgive me here. Let me see what we got. To be fair, store credit is worth something, but I think I'd rather go for the reroll and see if we can pull out something even better. And Curved Horn, I think, fits, even though from a consumable standpoint it's going to be worse. Or from a point standpoint, to be at 9.64 damage is very nice. What days or what holidays in North America do you get more than a few days off? And I bring it up because, you know, I like to work. I'm compelled by anxiety to work maybe a little bit more than I should, and I don't really complain about it. I bring it up from time to time as a feather in my cap, but, you know, that's just selfish self-glorification. Truth be told, you know, when I have these days, even with now, I struggle with it. Yeah, we'll do it. Don't screw me on this one, please. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take it. Just to make sure that we're staying on Whore of Babylon, and this gives us HP regeneration, potentially, which is really nice. Even on the, you know, days off that we take, if I wake up like a couple of hours before Kate, I'm like, dude, I could sneak in a couple of episodes. She wouldn't even know. I'm joking, but simultaneously, I'm also like, it's a joke because I laughed at the end. Everything contained in the joke is true. But still, like, you know, getting 1 day off, it's not enough to even adjust to the holiday. It's just enough to appreciate, you know, sleeping in for 1 day and then be like, immediately we gotta go back to work tomorrow. Unless you love your job, but even still, you're like, I gotta wake up early tomorrow, probably. Either way, where was I going with this? I don't know if I would say that North American workers have it harder than workers in other parts of the world, you know? Conditions are relatively good. Everywhere's got problems, but it seems relatively good here for the most part compared to the rest of the world. Compared to the ideal, maybe there's some work to be done. You know, I think we don't take a triple shot, to be honest. I think quad shot, I might be persuaded. Triple shot, not quite worth it in my opinion. Okay, thank God. And, dude, okay, we got... Give me Perthrow, please. I will go back and re-roll. And be good. Maybe we get more, like, gimme days off, you know? Oh, that was such a bad play. But, I mean, I guess we'd take Yarrow with us regardless. Onsus, Blank Rune. That's Dagaz, I think. That's Algis? Onsus? I think it was Onsus. I could have walked back and used Blank Rune, but come on. Let's not be ridiculous. We gotta make boss rush, but also, come on. You know, why not? Okay, there's one good reason. I'm saying I feel for the North American worker. Now, it's different. I think as kids, we as North Americans had it too easy. Not too easy. That's a little, even for my character, that's a little ridiculous. But we had it easier. You know, we got like... Summer vacation was like 2.5 months. Some of June, all of July, all of August, and then in Canada, some of September as well. And then for Christmas, we usually got off like 2 weeks. Something like that. Korean kids, they get December off, and they get a month in the summer off. So they get 2 months over the course of the entire year, and then the occasional holidays strewn about within. You know, never in my life, even at the times when I've been like the hardest worker, which has basically been, you know, for the past few years for sure. I have never worked as hard as like the average Korean 12-year-old. And I will stand by that statement. You know, they're in public school. Then they leave public school and they go to like private academies for English, math, you know, anything. You know, you name it, there's a private academy for it. Yo, let's crack it. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the item room, and then we're probably going to try to expedite this floor. But then, maybe as an adult, you're catching some of the dividends. Yeah, you got to work at the office until 8 p.m., but 3 days a year you get days off that your North American counterparts don't, so who's complaining? I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just spitballing. It's always interesting to hear how other parts of the world, you know, do things. Yo, I will take poison tears. I'm like, and you know, I talked about this maybe last episode. I can't remember. It's been a couple of hours since I recorded that. But I was talking about like my idea of what it would be like if I were your parent. And I'm like, you know, I think kids definitely have to have fun, but simultaneously, there's no reason not to, like, you're not doing anything else as a child that would preclude you from, you know, being able to pay attention in school most of the days, you know, and put up a valiant effort. And I buy a Spirit Heart, and it's a little scary, but I'm not going to buy any more than that. But I think, like, you know, in Korea, they take it to the extreme, where you got, like, 11-year-old kids breaking down in class, and you're like, why are you crying? And they're like, teacher, I don't want any more homework. Like, I already get like 5 hours of sleep a night. And I'm like, dude, you get 5 hours of sleep a night? You're 12 years old. When I was 12, I came home from school, I had like an hour of homework, and then I just played N64 all night. I went to bed at like 10 and woke up at 6:30. It was beautiful. It was like a benevolent prison, but in like a good way, like a camp. Anyway, I think my style lies somewhere in the middle. Maybe 3 hours of N64 a night, an hour and a half of homework. Okay, we will take Little Gish. We will take a little Gisha. We will take a little Gisha. So many bad jokes rolling through my head right now. Memoirs of a Gisha. So, we have, this run has not turned out as well as I wanted it to. I am realizing now there was another avenue, and this is just the kind of stuff that, you know, it's the tragedy of playing a little bit too quickly. And dailies kind of incentivize that, at least for making it to boss rush. But, like, why on earth didn't I consider sticking with Lucky Rock and getting to the maximum damage bonus out of Lucky Rock plus money equals power? We're still doing really well on it, but regardless, you know, that probably would have been a little bit better for us. And this is very scary because we have to maximize our odds of getting to this boss rush, which, by the way, when we get to boss rush, should be very easy. Mostly because of the shears, and the fact that that's, like, maybe the best item you could ever imagine for a room in which you get so many charges and the enemies are quite difficult. We want, like, an Ansus rune more than anything else. And then maybe a Perthrow to carry in. Hagalaz. Well, we don't have a whole heck of a lot of time here. And the only thing I can say to make myself feel better about that is that if we don't have a lot of time, it's likely that, you know, the average person is in the same boat. I'm getting out of here just because, you know, it's a long room. And I would like to go back there and get those spirit hearts, but again, on dailies, you have to have a little bit of blind faith, to be honest. And, you know, I'm not that kind of person in general, but I think on a daily, you have to accept, like, we're going to throw everything at the wall of making it the boss rush, and if the game provides, the game provides. And if it doesn't, well, you know, at least we tried, and we'll try to pull ourselves out of the tailspin before things get too dangerous. I actually feel like, so we're not going to make boss rush, or sorry, we're not going to make the item room, we're not going to make hush, and by hush, I mean the shop. All of this is okay, except for my verbal mix-ups, which are neurologically quite concerning. What we want to do, first off, obviously, win here, save a charge if possible on shears for entering into boss rush. Use your orbital to deal as much damage as you can. That was really bad, but maybe a Thame will hook me up. It didn't, but still. And I don't think we want to take that because we'll lose Whore of Babylon, so we'll just enter into the room. And what do we like? Not Ludo. It kind of sucks. We should be fast, though. I guess I will take Guillotine for the fire and damage up, but I don't stand by this. I want it to be clear. So how do we win boss rush fast enough to also make it the hush? Quite simple. You gotta make sure that you're letting shears aggro, and then we're just gonna, you know, do it. That's an Awaz rune. That's actually terrible. Keep up the good work, shears. It's terrible because we don't want to accidentally leave midway through boss rush. Like, I think that we have a huge edge on the competition right now. Not in, like, a negative way, like I want to see my rivals driven before me, but, you know, it's a healthy spirit of competition. You have to allow me my moments of Isaac hubris. First off, I put in the time to warrant it. Secondarily, it's all I got on the esports side of things. Why do you think I'm bringing up my Champions of Fire, my limited glory there? It's because I got nowhere left to go. It's just Isaac, baby. And even then, every day, Pels is getting number 1 or number 2 on the leaderboard. And then Sebastian with the, oh, I forgot the name of the game, but I played Blocks That Matter. Sebastian with the Blocks That Matter logo, always usurping me. I'm just trying to add a little flair for the dramatic here. So we're hitting that acceleration. Ooh, we're hitting that acceleration point right now, where we have. Is that 2 Yeras? Yes, it is. We're generating. That's our 3rd Yera rune. Good lord. We're generating shears at such a pace that we are unperturbed. And basically should make it out of here real quickly. It's of the utmost importance that we don't take any more damage. Realistically, it's of the utmost importance we take as little damage as we can. Because none is unlikely. But, you know, hook me up with some Dagaz runes. Apparently, a Thame has just been, like, trash for us. And I say that not to be rude, but rather just to be, you know, objective. Okay, dude, I love the Algiz rune. Don't get me wrong. If I'd known we'd have this many Yeras, I would have Yera'd up those spirit hearts, but we didn't know that in advance. I think at this point we definitely can feel comfortable not using shears anymore to make sure we have a charge for the next floor. And what did we get there? The Gauze! Hey, great news. You know what we should do is drop the Gauze and Yera it twice. And even that by itself is maybe enough of a benefit to guarantee us the... You know, I'm actually going to Yera it 3 times. I think that's enough to give us the ability to do the Hush fight. And, dude, I'm so happy to have Eden's Blessing. It's another fire rate increase. So, again, you know, we got through Boss Rush very, very quickly. Relatively unscathed, and I feel good about the... about our overall optics on this run. Especially now that we've been able to turn our, you know, Spirit Hearts into something a little bit more advantageous. So we got 10.5 now. Kind of a personal question, but I'm proud to answer. Now, excuse me, what is... Oh, that's my body. I was like, what's this weird spaceship following us around? It's me. Forgot I had guillotine. One of these days, we're going to get a payout from a Thame. I guarantee it. So, what is the next step on this run? Well, it's Hush. And preferably not taking so much dumb damage. If anything, you know, or if nothing else is probably a better way to say that. We also have a deal with the devil coming up on this floor, which is potentially worth a lot. I would love to pick up something... I mean, really, we're in a good spot. I would love to pick up something offensive or defensive. We could use something like, you know, maybe Dark Bum would probably be like one of the more valuable defensive items from a deal with the devil. We're not doing anything with our red hearts and have not for a long, long time. Gimpy is not guaranteed to pay out, as we've seen from a Thame, unfortunately. So something with a little bit more of a likely Spirit Heart boon would be advantageous. But we could also use some damage. You know, I wouldn't mind picking up, you know, a Pact, Mark. Abaddon kind of, it straddles the line between Discord and Rhyme. It's on the hunt. It's after you. No, I will not. We did, I'll reroll on a daily when appropriate, and we saw that on the D Infinity daily. And it, I mean, it benefited me well. But that doesn't mean it's a hard and fast rule, you know? On a run where we're already very strong. And I think we've put ourselves ahead of the average player on today's daily as a result of our interesting decisions. Well, interesting is maybe a strong word, but you know what I mean. As a result of our aggressive play, we definitely approached this from a much more aggressive style earlier than some people will be comfortable with. Really, we owe a lot of this run to money equals power. You know, anytime you're able to get a... any sort of offensive engine, you know, anything that allows you to scale, you know, typically you want to go for that. Now, AWAS is interesting. We might as well pop it once just to see if we get a crawl space, black market, etc., etc. And we did, so I'm glad we did. And it is a crawl space with 3 cents. I'm going to be honest, I'm not even going to spend the time because I think we're in a little tight for the Hush fight. The Algiz rune is probably the most valuable rune we could hold right now. The only thing more valuable would be if we could get a Perthrow, but also guarantee we get an Algiz rune for Hush. Between our head, which is an orbital, our orbital, which is an orbital, and Shears, this Algiz rune, it might not kill Hush, but it'll take us pretty darn close to Hush being dead. Okay, so we did take a little longer than I would have liked there. An Onsus rune would also be pretty helpful. But we got 100% Devil Deal. Don't take that yet. And we will certainly take both, but we'll start Brimstone. And then we'll take Succubus. And HP is a little on the low side. You know what? I think we'd rather have permanent Polaroid invincibility. We don't need Placenta at all. So we would have been better off if we'd taken Placenta in, but it's a judgment call. You know, it's a gut check. Already, I'll tell you. You know, Succubus is doing great work. We gotta be fast here. There is, you know, in my heart of hearts, I do harbor the idea that being that aggressive on the deal with the devil might have been a bad call. But I don't think it was. You know, I made the decision for a reason. Succubus is going to be very helpful on the Hush fight. And this certainly feels like the path to go to get to the Hush fight right now. I don't see anything right now that hints to me that we're not going to be able to be in the not single digits. That's a little ridiculous, but the double digits on this run. And it seems like we never rank like 90th. I only have like 2 types of dailies. You know, we can take per throw into the boss room. I only have 2 types of dailies. I have like, you know, 200th and 25th. What can I say? You know, those attacks are basically undodgeable. You just got to kill the enemies before they get in. So we're gonna have 3.5 HP for the Hush fight. That's not very good for me. And these rooms are the worst, dude. You know? Check this out. Do I stand by that? You know it, brother. I agonized over that decision, as you could probably tell. We don't need a charge from Mom's Heart, though. You know, Brimstone just destroys it. Sure, it would be nice to have the charge, but everything's going fine. A little bit... Ah! A theme, please. A little bit touchier to dodge. Double per throws. Okay, why did I take this in here? I guess the idea is we might have a deal with the devil. So we're going to have 2.5 HP for the Hush fight. Now, this might surprise you. I don't think that's that bad. We're going to grab Alges. We're going to go back for a battery charge. That's fine. I know there's a key back there as well, but I'm hoping that we're able to pick up basically some HP. If we can get some HP on the shop, life goes on. Yeah. Sounds good to me. And then we're free. If we can just beat Hush. It's just Brimstone, you know, Cathedral. It's like the run I was born to play. Probably Dry Baby. Well, definitely Dry Baby. Probably nothing unless we get a rune. So we'll start here. Dry Baby. Potato Peeler. Oh man, this is terrible. We actually got like nothing advantageous here whatsoever. So it could be touchy. The only thing I can think of right now is, okay, take Stompy and look for a crawl space. At least there's a small potential benefit to this. And it didn't turn out, but I just hate Kidney Stone as an item. So we're going in with all the tools that we got available to us. Preferably, I think we have to use our noggins here. This is not a chaos card situation where we walk in, press Q, and win. We've got to use the slightest bit of strategy to stay afloat here. And what's the slightest bit of strategy? Well, first, make sure the Shears is aggroed. Man, you are. There we go. Don't even give me this AI issue, okay? Because I've seen Mr. Meeseeks aggro Isaac from across the freaking map. It's just the Shears is like, you know, only check in a 1 pixel radius around the player character. It's called balance. Look it up, sweetheart. So, what are we doing? Well, we're relying on Shears for a big degree here, or to a big degree. Please? Thank you. We could take a stab, and I don't want to do it against these guys. I actually think we will. Not against them. But if he summons the walkers in an attempt to get Carl, then we're going to probably try to invoke the Athame Doctrine. Take a hit deliberately. Yeah, and we don't have Demon Hearts, so We're not going to kill them accidentally. Basically, we want to pop Alges as late as possible, but pop it, we must. Dude, Shears, you're really starting to bum me out with your ineffectiveness. You know what? I'm going to pop it right now. It'll get Shears targeted, and we have no guarantees we're going to be able to dodge these shots. So get in there with all orbitals. Please pop up immediately. I was going to say it's very important. Please pop up immediately. This would be where we would like to use a Thame. Still going. There we go. We're blinking. Stay up there, Shears. So I'm not doing the Doctrine now. I'm scared. Go ahead. Take a stab at me, you son of a gun. Shoot, coward. You're only going to kill a man. Che Leno. Read that in Bartlett pairs. Way too many nested references, but like simultaneously I can't explain them because we just perfected the Hush fight. So, I mean, that was a very good fight. Really. Very limited complaints on offer. I bought the... Well, I didn't buy the card. I guess we had already purchased it. But we're going to go up to the Cathedral. Definitely, you don't do Delirium on this one. If you'll allow me to toot my own horn, I definitely think, okay, cool, yeah, this room was good. I don't know why I wanted to leave it in the first place. If you'll allow me to toot my own horn, I definitely think we've continued to improve our chances of ranking well today. As long as we don't die. Ah, that was close as well. Dude, now I'm immediately nervous again. Or, you know, apprehensive is the word I like to use. Because it makes me sound like more of a man. Apprehension is respectable. Nervousness is a sign of weakness. This is not me. This is a culture talking. Now, I would like to go into that room. We have to be careful with our keys. I'd like to be able to go into the cursed room, is what I mean to say. No. You know what? I think we got a speed and shot speed increase. That's a pretty low roll for where we're at. God, Dark Bum would have been so useful. But you know, if there's one thing that I think I'm good at in Isaac, it's holding together. You know, you ever see those cartoons where, like, Donald Duck will be on a boat? It's a classic genre. Nautical Donald Duck cartoons. And, you know, the boat will spring a leak, and then he'll put one of his fingers in there, and then the pressure will cause a... Noah Thame plays, huh? Will cause another leak to spring out somewhere, and then after he, you know, blocks all of the leaks... An enormous leak opens up and just dumps right on his head. That's me and Isaac. I think I'm good at plugging the leaks. And when the run starts to get spotty, we manage to hold it together. And you know what? This is, I think we got to acknowledge. I just hate it. Thank you. We got to acknowledge. Just be careful here. Get away from the wall. We have to acknowledge that this is a good daily. Why would I say such horrible lies? Because if this were not a daily, it would be too easy. We probably wouldn't have done Boss Rush. We definitely wouldn't have done Hush. So what would have been the enduring legacy? Nothing. I mean, we're gonna pop Ansus to see the secret room. Yes. You know, the daily on this run gave us a little carrot. Don't take that out of context. And what was the carrot? The score, the leaderboard position. Were it not for this, we would just be you know, we'd be doing a run that is very, very, very strong and is unlikely to change from that. We have, and I don't want to psych myself out here, we have a tall order. And it's not because Isaac is that hard. It's because the guillotine makes it tough for us to dodge shots that curve. I know that sounds oddly specific. That's what happens when you got 3,500 hours in this game. I know myself. And I have to acknowledge, you know, I'm very thankful we didn't have to deal with the angel fetuses. Is pretty much what it comes down to. We're going to win as a result of the pace of which we were able to go through there. And we might not even win. I just mean we're able to win temporarily. We're able to survive for another day. No. Maybe. Okay, definitely. Turns out. I mean, we want to give it a chance at least. Amnesia. Well, Black Rune does nothing for us from an HP standpoint. So given the choice, I guess we're getting bombs. Given the choice to get good items or turn them into stats that are unlikely to be relevant, we'll take a good item. Almost a colossal mistake. War has to die first. War has to die first. Oh my god. He died in the wall and tried to send us a shot from the Shadow Realm. Wait, we got the Spirit Heart anyway. Okay. Not a guarantee, by the way, that we're going to win. But at least one Spirit Heart gives us the ability to get hit. So, speaking of which, I'm taking whatever early exit I can find. If we find the ability to leave this floor with a victory, I'm taking it. I'm not worried about our exploration bonus. Pels and Sebastian, and even the Corys and Surixes of the world, you know, which is to say people who are better than me at the game but typically don't rank first. If you want to do the exploration bonus, enjoy your points. Today, I've already danced with the devil. I'm unwilling to, I don't even remember these enemies. I'm unwilling to, test my luck any further. Nope. 2 HP is a very, very, very good position to be in. Because we get hit once, and we have invincibility. If we get extremely lucky, we also might have invincibility twofold thanks to Celtic Cross. I gotta tell you, dude. Our one luck stat has done Jack S for us over the course of the entire run. No freaking chests down here. No payouts from a Thame, an item that I gave like half of my HP to in the first place. There's no battery charges, dude. I'm just gonna go for it. I think we're okay. Thank you, Dry Baby. You're doing wonderful stuff. And dude, this is a classic moment of respect. If you rank better than me on today's daily, congratulations, you deserve it. It was a fun one. We're 36th. I can live with that for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Also, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion. I go live all the time. See you over there. Later.